Hi, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about minimalism. Well, you're talking to one very unhappy camper because I just accidentally deleted my whole intro. So let's try this again. What is minimalism? According to Merriam-Webster's, those of you folks around my age in their 30s will totally remember who Merriam-Webster is. There was a dictionary. Yeah, according to Merriam-Webster.com, minimalism is a style or technique that is characterized by extreme sparseness and simplicity. And this is in relation to music, art, and design. But not anymore. Now, it can apply to your life. Yeah. I found a really good definition on becomingminimalist.com. Minimalism is intentionally only living with the things that you need. The things that you need. Just the necessities. And living in LA, the world of excess, that's definitely not how most people live their lives. We have a lot of things, a lot of fun trinkets and stuff. Being a minimalist means that you're literally only living with the things that you need. A lot of these people, like, they have next to nothing in their houses. Like bathroom, like toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, conditioner, shampoo. Like, not a crap ton of extra products just laying around. It may incorporate downsizing into a smaller apartment, or it's just like learning to live simpler, because the whole idea around it is that the less things that you have to worry about, the more time you're gonna have to do things that you enjoy with your life. It's just really intriguing to me because I have a lot of stuff and I'm really curious to see what it would be like to live with less and have more time and more money. So let's get into the why and the how, and I'll get into all this a little bit more. So now let's talk about why. Why do I feel like I need to change my lifestyle? I have too much stuff. My house is covered in clutter. Not because of my boyfriend, because of me. I bring stuff in on the regular. My weekend thing is going to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Nordstrom Rack, Target, Walmart, wherever. Down the line, go to the mall, like, and I bring home things that I don't need all the time. All the time. Even ask Aiko. She can vouch for me. And usually I'm really good about keeping my house clean, and for some reason the last year it has just gone to a level beyond. And I come from a family of very clean people. Like, my grandma will, when she comes, it is the white glove test. Like, my mom goes crazy cleaning before my grandma comes to visit. It's nuts. So like, I feel like there's a part of that in me too. And so, I mean, if you look around my house, like, it's gotten out of control, and I feel like it's because I'm just surrounded by so much stuff that I'm overwhelmed, so I have zero desire to clean. And one of the great things is when you start incorporating this minimalistic lifestyle by only living with the things that you really need, if there's not as much stuff around, there's not as much to clean, and there's not as much to just make your whole house look like a cluttered mess. Another reason, we're moving across the country. And it is so expensive. So expensive. To pay for a moving company. Like, the cost of paying a mover to move your stuff is, like, I think that one of the quotes I got for a 1-bedroom apartment was upwards of $4,000. That's a 1-bedroom apartment. And I think that that includes you packing your crap up and taking it downstairs. That's not nice movers coming in and boxing your stuff up or just moving your stuff for you. Expensive. I need to do some shopping on that still. But my plan is, since we're moving into a home that we purchased and that home is furnished, we are only going to move with clothing, sentimental items, and a few of the last things that we need to take with us. Musical instruments, our large TV, our art, and my oddities and stuff that I've collected over the years. Those are obviously going with us. But pretty much like everything else that you see in my house, for the most part, gone. Another reason to go minimal is to save money. Oh my God, like, I couldn't even tell you how much money I spend on junk all the time, junk, just junk. Like sometimes I'm even in line with like one item and I feel like, oh, I really wish I had one more item that would just really brighten my day, would just make everything perfect. Like this whole shopping trip would be so worth it. And I grab something that's just so dumb and so tchotchke-ish and I just really don't need, but I had to have it. I had to have it. So we need to save money, which obviously is also important because we're moving, and I'm also trying to pay off my final student loan, which we're almost there. I mean, I have a shopping problem. I've used retail therapy for a very long time, and I can tell you what, it has never satisfied my happiness. It's never made me this whole new person like I think in my head it's going to do. Like it's just, it doesn't work. It is not the cure. It's not the cure. Now let's get into the how. How am I incorporating this into my life? How am I getting started? Angela, how are we going to become minimal? Well, let me tell you how I'm trying. And if you want to try it, go ahead. So I started with getting rid of one item a day, every day, until the day we move, or until all that's left is what we really need. And on the weekends when I have time, I try to get rid of more than one item. I got a little notebook that's specifically for like all of my moving needs and stuff. I started my list of everything I'm getting rid of, and then anytime I bring something into my house, I also have to list that so that I'm holding myself accountable. Like today I got rid of a bunch of stuff and I went to Goodwill and I donated it. And there's so many ways you can get rid of stuff. Obviously you can throw stuff away. If it's things that could be reused, I highly suggest donating or giving to friends. Like I have some gently used items that I know some of my friends would enjoy, so I'm just hitting them up like, hey, would you like this? Hey, you want this? I'm even thinking about just posting one of those like little scroll things on Instagram. I'm so old. Of a bunch of different stuff and saying like, hey, first person to say they want this, this, or this, claim it, gets it. Here's the day, you can come by the house, grab it. Easy way to just like get rid of stuff. Oh, and when you have time, more time, then I would suggest even like tackling like, you know what, okay, today I'm gonna go after my bathroom drawer and clean that out. Or today we're going after the junk drawer in the kitchen, and just picking like a drawer or a cupboard or a corner of your space. It feels really good actually, and I think I'm starting to get addicted to finding stuff to get rid of. Like I'm already starting to see a small change in my house. You might not see it yet, but I can guarantee in the next 2 months, it's probably gonna be way more noticeable. But I've already noticed it, so you can only imagine how bad my house looked beforehand. Stop spending money. It's really hard for me, like I said, to like not just buy things. We just went to this place called Oak Glen. They have like a bunch of like apple pies, apple cider, apple this, apple that, and a bunch of tchotchkes and tchotchkes and tchotchkes. And the old me would have gone and brought home a bunch of stuff I didn't need. Like there was a tissue box that looked like a little couch but had Steelers stuff all over it. And they're like, yeah, if it's a game and your friend's rooting for the other team, you can be like, want a tissue? So funny, so kitschy. I thought I had to have it. The one thing I did buy though, I will say, I got this really awesome little selenite thing. And these usually here in LA, like people are selling these for over $30. I got it for $15. Never say no to a deal, but that's also my weakness is deals. But I've been wanting a selenite pillar for a while, so I finally have it. But when you're out, you really need to sit and think about like, okay, do I need this? Do I already have it at home? Is it really gonna make me happy? Or can I wait until next time I come and see if I still want it? If you go online shopping, which is like really difficult, especially with all the ads that pop up on Instagram and Facebook, emails, put it in your cart and give yourself a week. And if it's sold out, or if you're still really thinking about it, then maybe go back to your cart to get it. But I feel like most of the time you'll find that you don't even remember what's in there. Stopping spending, and actually surprisingly, because I've been getting rid of one thing every day, it's become way easier for me going out. I mean, it's still difficult, don't get me wrong, but it's becoming way easier for me to just be like, I don't need that. I don't need that. Today I went and did my Saturday ritual and I went and I got some stuff for the dogs, some Drano, like things I needed, and I purposefully avoided the stores that I knew I would get myself in trouble in, such as my beloved TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Home Goods, and not today. I'm too weak. My last thing that I'm doing is you gotta stay motivated. You gotta have a support system. And the way that I am staying motivated is obviously, one, I watch The Minimalist to get started on this. Another great resource is YouTube. There are so many great minimalists on YouTube that talk about how they got into it and what they do and their tips and tricks and how much they've saved and how much more time they've gotten back and how much happier they are because there's less stuff in their life, there's less clutter, less to worry about, and more time to enjoy the things that they love. So that is where I'm trying to get to. I just watch these videos all the time, and anytime I'm feeling weak, I just put one of those videos on and I'm like, yes, we can do it, we can do it. So that is my new obsession. That's something that I'm working on, and I will continue to check back in as we're going. But you know, I've got my little journal. I've been really good at keeping on going back to it every day and filling out all my stuff, like what I'm getting rid of, or even if I have feelings about something one day, like just, you know, having a hard time, like I'll just write in there. I mean, you know, you're never too old to have a journal, okay? And it's just fun, like, ooh, pages, so fun. Anyway, hope this inspired you, because saving and living with less it's actually, so far it's actually going pretty good. And I hope to continue to go this way because I'm definitely fueled by things and needing things and wanting things and getting things and how happy that makes me. And it's time to change it because it's time to move on to this next chapter in our lives. That's all I've got for now. So thanks for letting me share, and have a great weekend. Peace out, YouTube. I think I got like a box of duds somehow.